In this video, I'll be giving you guys the 3 best center builds on NBA 2K25. I'll be giving you a center build for whatever mode you play, whether it's 3s, 2s, 5s, rec, pro-am. A center build I show in this video will be the best build you can make for that game mode. I'm even going to leave timestamps on the video so you can find exactly when the center that you want to make is being shown. All I ask is to do me a favor and drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Both help me out a ton. But let's get into the top 3 center builds on NBA 2K25. So the first center build I'm going to be showing you guys is what I think the meta center build is. This is an inside center. As you can see, 7 foot, 263 pounds, max 7'8" wingspan. On 2K25, 7 foot is just the best center height in the game. We're going to start out by maxing out all of our physicals and putting our strength as of right now up to a 94. Let me explain this though. So I'm thinking you have cap breakers. If you don't have cap breakers, then I wouldn't touch my strength, or I would put it to 95 or 96. If you do have cap breakers, which I'm thinking in mind, you have 7 cap breakers to work with, 5 from starter 3 and 2 from the season passes. And maybe if you're in season 4 by now when you're watching this, you might even have 8 cap breakers and have that third one. While I'm making this, you don't have that yet, but you basically want your strength to be 96. But for the sake of this video, we're going to put it to a 95. Defensive and offensive rebound, this is the most important thing for cap breakers. Your offensive rebound needs to be at 94, and this is where your first 5 cap breakers go. And then defensive rebound, I like to have it also at 94. But keep in mind, this build is good for 2s and 5s. It's also good for 3s. I'm going to show you guys inside center build specifically for 3s after this, but this is just the meta center build for every court. This is where you put your 5 cap breakers on your offensive rebound, and then thinking you have at least 1 more from the season pass, put it on strength. You need a 96 strength. Keep that in mind. And then I like defensive rebound at 94. I think that's high enough. And then very important, your pass accuracy. You want to put your pass accuracy extremely high on this build, all the way up to a 94. And actually, let's put our strength down to a 94 right now. And then we're going to put our pass accuracy up to a 94. And then come up to your standing dunk. I know you guys love to be able to finish 90 standing dunk and a 73 driving dunk. So you unlock bronze posterizer, gold rise up, 94 pass accuracy for Hall of Fame break starter. This is where you use one of your +1 badges to get dimer on legend. Very important this year. Down to your defense and put your steals. You want to max this out to a 70. Put your block all the way up to an 88, so you get high flying denier on gold, and then put your interior defense all the way up to an 82. And this is the baseline of the build. Now, I'm leaving it like this as of right now, where you still have an attribute left, just in case you don't have 7 cap breakers. If you don't have 7 cap breakers, or if you don't even have 5 cap breakers, then you need your offensive rebound to be at a 96. But if you do have 5 cap breakers, then put this to a 94. Use 5 on offensive rebound, get this to a 99. Use the 2 from the season pass to get your strength to a 96. And then from there on out, put every single attribute, or sorry, cap breaker on your defensive rebound until you get this up to a 99. And then if you're playing pro-am with this build, you can put your free throw up from here. I'm not playing pro-am with it, or 5, so I'm not going to put free throw. It's like very minimal anyway. You can put like only 1 on perimeter. You can barely fit anything anyway. But this is basically the best center build you can make on NBA 2K25 right now. Let me go through each attribute one more time. So first things first, we got to go through the cap breakers. I'm thinking you have 7 cap breakers right now, 5 from starter 3 and 2 from the season pass. If you're watching this in season 4, I'm recording this at the end of season 3, so I don't have that extra 8th if you guys got that extra cap breaker at the end of the season. So I don't have that yet. So keep in mind, you put 5 on offensive rebound. If you don't have cap breakers, put this to a 96. With a 99 offensive rebound, though, you will get all 3 of these badges on legend. Actually, I think Pogo Stick Hall of Fame. Defensive rebound 95 is more than enough to be able to contest with the high offensive rebound, but this is mainly for the legend rebounding badges. Strength to a 94, and this is where you'll put the next and last 2 cap breakers to go to a 96 strength. And just in case you're a veteran too, which I'm very close to being, that's why I'm making this build, is you put 99 strength. Use 5 cap breakers on offensive rebound, 5 cap breakers on strength, and then every other cap breaker you get from the season pass you put on defensive rebound. But 96 strength is kind of the baseline of it. And then max speed, agility, and vertical, of course. 70 steal, you want to be able to have the highest steal possible since you're very tall and long, so you can get passing lanes. And then 82 interior, 88 block. I know some people might look at these and think it's way too low. Interior defense is extremely good this year. As long as you're in a good position and even get a contest on this 7-foot build, it will not go in. Block is way more important than interior. Post scorers really cannot score on you. You do not need higher than 82 interior and 88 block. You really don't. 94 pass accuracy. This is an extremely important stat for centers this year with how good catch and shoot is. And with this build, whether it be on 2s or 5s, you will use your max +1 to get Dimer on legends. You'll have legend Dimer and Hall of Fame break starter for 5s. I mean, you really need high pass actually on center builds this year, and this one has it. Of course, a 90 driving dunk for gold rise up. You get that, or standing dunk for gold rise up, and you do get better standing dunk animations. And then 73 driving dunk to unlock posterizer bronze. This is what I would say the best overall center build is. I would make this if you play 2s, 5s. Even if you play 3s and you want to make a 7-foot build, I would make this to put my perimeter defense a little bit higher. Maybe put my standing dunk lower for 3s, but I will show you a 3s build that's for a different height. But I just think 7-foot inside center builds are the best center build you can make on NBA 2K25. And when you make this build, you are called a playmaking defensive anchor. I have a build extremely similar to this. It's so good. You have to make this build. I play solo rec on it. I play 2s on it. The passes are lasers. You get so many rebounding animations. It's just the best center build in the game I would recommend making. But let's say you're strictly a popper. You don't want to play inside center, but you want to be a popper. Let me show you guys the outside center version of this build. Okay, now for the popper, you are a little bit lighter, 247 pounds with a 7'7" wingspan instead of max. Of course, we're gonna go to our shooting first, since that's what differentiates this build from the other one. And you're gonna max your 3-point and max your mid-range. Why do you want to max your mid-range? Not only to get set shot specialist on silver, but to unlock better jump shot releases, and just having a higher mid-range can come in clutch. We'll get to our free throw later. It will be maxed, but of course, as a center, you want to max out all of your physicals. This is extremely important. 91 strength for that gold brick wall. Max out your vertical to an 83. And next for your rebounding, once again, I'm thinking you have 7 cap breakers when I make this build. If you don't have cap breakers, put your defensive rebound to a 96 and adjust your ratings accordingly. But if you do have 7 cap breakers, you're going to want to put 5 on defensive rebound and then the other 2 on offensive rebound. And what your offensive rebound is going to do is stay at a 92. So on these type of builds, you're going to want to get a 99 defensive rebound and a 92 to 96 offensive rebound, unlike the inside center. And the reason for that is you'll still go for offensive rebounds, but you're a popper. You're going to be outside on the 3-point line a lot on offense, so defensive rebound is more important. And of course, the reason why you go a 99 rating in at least one of these 2 categories is so you get the legend rebounding badges. That's super, super important. Next, come to your pass accuracy, and you're going to have extremely high pass accuracy on this build. 87. So you will get gold break starter and gold dimer. You can use your +1 to get dimer on Hall of Fame, which is what I would recommend you doing. Come up to your finishing, get at least an 81 standing dunk for silver rise up and a 73 driving dunk for bronze posterizer. Lastly, come down to your defense. You want to max out your steal to a 69, or sorry, you want to put your steal to a 60. You're going to want to put your block up to an 88, so you will get gold high flying denier, and you're going to want to put your interior up to an 83 on this build. And you want to finish it off. I feel like most people that make this build would be pro-am players or rec players. Just max out your free throw, put that up to a 92, and then do whatever with this last rating. You can just put your steal up to a 65. But this is what I would say the best outside center build you can make. Now, I've uploaded previously a 6'7" popper, which a lot of people ran early in the year, and people hated on that build for some reason, even though that's what the majority of outside centers and good poppers were using on 3s early in 2K25. But now I guess the meta has shifted. Everyone's using footers, whether it be inside or outside. So let's go through these ratings one more time. So keep in mind, I'm thinking you have 7 cap breakers. If you don't, put your defensive rebound to a 96, so you at least get box out beast and rebound chaser both on Hall of Fame. I just am assuming you have 7 cap breakers. So put your defensive rebound to a 94, put 5 of them here to get a 99 defensive, and then use 2 on your offensive rebound to get this to a 94 offensive rebound. Of course, you need to max out all your physicals on every center build you make. Strength 91, so you can at least get gold brick wall when you do want to do pick and pops. Block 88, interior 83. Some people for some reason freak out and think these are too low. Inside scoring in this game is not good. People cannot make contested layups. People do not get drop steps. Post scores do not work on 2K25. 83 interior, 88 block is good enough. 65 steal. You don't need perimeter on this build. You just don't need that on a footer. 87 pass actually, of course, so you can get gold break starter. Use your +1 to get Hall of Fame dimer. 76 three-pointer, so you can be consistent if you shoot in your lethal spots. You can green pretty much every shot. 82 mid-range shot, so you will at least get set shot specialist silver, some better upper releases, an 81 standing dunk, so you get silver rise up, and a 73 driving dunk. So we went over everything. Not many poppers this year on 2K25, but I have gone against them when I play solo rec sometimes, and you guys can be tough to guard with these tall footers if you hit consistently. I genuinely think this is the best popper build. Whatever game mode you play, I would make this as a popper or an outside center, whatever you guys want to call it. This is what I would recommend making for one of those. And just like the last build I showed you, you are called a playmaking defensive anchor. So I showed you guys 2 footers already, which I just think is the best height for center builds. One inside, one outside. Let me show you guys a shorter, faster inside center build that if you want to make on NBA 2K25. Now let's say you play threes, or you don't want to make a footer. You want to be really fast. You want to play perimeter defense. You want to play the pick and roll with your lockdown, and you want to play high and switch. You just want to be a really fast, shorter, pesky center. This is for you. Now, of course, we're going to start with the physicals, and keep in mind, I am thinking that you have 7 cap breakers when I make this build. So max out all the physicals, put 2 of your 7 cap breakers on strength to get this to a 96. If you're veteran 2, use all 5 to get this to a 99 strength. Put your defensive rebound all the way up to a 94, and your offensive rebound all the way up to a 94. Use your last 5 cap breakers to get a 99 offensive rebound, so you will get all your rebounding badges on Legend. If you don't have any cap breakers, then put your offensive rebound to a 96, so you will at least get them on Hall of Fame instead of Legend. And of course, one thing that differentiates this build from the footers, it's 90 vertical. You jump extremely high on this build, and of course 80 speed. And I'm gonna put my perimeter defense up on this build. That's another reason why you make it. But first, let's go to the pass accuracy. Just like the last center I showed you, you want to have it on an 87. At 87 pass accuracy, you get gold break starter and gold dimer, where you will use your +1 to get Hall of Fame dimer. And then you want to get your standing dunk up to an 81, not as high as the footer, and your driving dunk up to a 73. This is more of like a rebound and pass out type of center. The footer is 2, but you have 90 standing dunks, so you can get better dunks on that build. But since you lack finishing, you make up for it in your defense on this build. Now, your interior is not going to be great, but keep in mind, this isn't for the 2s. This is mainly for 3s, where you don't have to defend the perimeter, or sorry, defend the interior. You defend the perimeter a lot. So you will have 75 perimeter defense and all the way up to an 85 steal on this build. So this is the 6'9" build. I really would only recommend using a build like this on 3s. When it comes to 5s, when it comes to 2s, I just think that 7-foot centers are the meta. I think it's the best build. But for 3s, I think 7-foot centers are still up there, but I think this competes with them. And I think this year, inside centers are just better than outside centers. The shooting is inconsistent. You want your point guards with the 99 three-pointer, all the Legend shooting badges, to shoot off your Legend dimer, and when they miss, you will get the board and kick back out to them. That's how 2K25 is played. But if you want to be faster and guard the pick and roll with them with your lockdown and switch, you can make this build and play 3s. Let's go through it one last time. What makes this build different from the footers, of course, is how fast you are. 80 speed, 74 agility, 90 vertical, and you have 75 perimeter defense with 85 steal, so you're just extremely fast, running around, being extremely long. Pause. Strength 94. This is where you use 2 cap breakers to get this to a 96. If you are veteran 2, you put this up to a 99 strength. This is where you use your last 5 cap breakers on your offensive rebound to get this to a 99. If you have no cap breakers, put this to a 96 and adjust your ratings accordingly. Block 84, steal 85. Pretty solid ratings. You're 6'9". You're just, like I said, a pesky defender. 75 interior defense on 3s. People don't go up, and if they do, you're 6'9", and you will jump and block it. And if you don't, you'll hold LT and contest it, and they'll miss anyway. 87 pass accuracy for gold break starter, and of course Hall of Fame dimer when you use your max +1, and then finishing it off with an 81 standing dunk to get silver rise up, and 73 driving dunk for bronze posterizer. And that's the shorter, center build, the shorter inside center build that a lot of people like to make on threes. I still think the footer is better, but let's see what this is called. And you have built a board hunting break starter, which I think is just the best threes build on the game. I think you guys should try out footers, but if you want those shorter, faster center builds, go ahead and try this out. And that wraps it up. That is the top 3 center builds on NBA 2K25. I showed you guys an inside footer, an outside footer, and an inside 6'9" fast, shorter center build that's mainly for threes. All 3 is what I would recommend you making. If I had to tell you to make one, it would be the first one. It's the one I'm on right now, as you guys can see. Playmaking defensive anchor. I'm very close to veteran 2, less than 20% away. But that wraps up this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, or you make any of the center builds I showed you, please do me a favor and drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'm out.